So I just got through finishing my first vlog of the series for Behind the Writing Desk, and I'm now settling down for some afternoon work on my series Bible for the third book in the Viking Saga series. Basically what that means is that I'm going to be reading through the Rising Storm on my Kindle, and then making some notes, relevant notes in my series Bible about characters, settings, any ideas that are triggered by what I read for book 3 will go in there as well. I will eventually reach the point where I'm ready to start planning, and I can't wait to show you that part of the process, but for now I'm just still working on that series Bible, still refreshing my memory about what's going on in the second book itself. I've gone through the Call of the Valkyries. Now I'm just working my way through the Rising Storm, which is quite fun to reread my work again, and experience what Freydis is experiencing. But going back to the book that started all this, the book that inspired this series, Show Your Work by Austin Kleon, he mentions Asinius and having, as creators, we need people around us who are like-minded, who will support us. And part of my Asinius now is a place online. It's an online writing community called Shut Up and Write. I'll leave a link to it underneath. It's basically where people from around the world, with whatever writing project they are doing, so it could be a dissertation, it could be social media, it could be morning pages, could be writing a story, whichever, you all meet on Zoom, and then for an hour and a half, an hour, whatever however long the session lasts for, you write in silence, and then you kind of meet up at the end and talk about what you managed to get done. And I've just joined that community and I'm finding it really useful, and I'm just about to hop onto one of their Zoom meetings now, so that will help me focus. It's given me some time to just dedicate to my writing, and I'm going to be using that going forward, because I feel like that will be something that I can use in my arsenal that will help me focus on my writing, especially as I go back to work. So I'm just heading over there now, so come join me. Hello, so it's day 2 of the vlog. Now I'm going to manage expectations. I'm not going to do a daily vlog. It's not going to be like every day I'm going to post something. It won't be that, or at least talk about something. It won't be that at all. It will just be me coming on as and when I feel like it. And I'm really fired up at the moment. And I've got some stuff in my timetable that says, you know, planning, series Bible, stuff like that. So what I'm going to do today is start planning Bellanotte. So that is my prequel to the Romance in the Lake series, Jackie and Vinny's story. This morning I was awake at 5 thinking about the story, so I know I need to get some stuff out of my head, which I plan on doing today. I'm going to set something up in Notion with character bios and stuff like that. I went for a walk at 7 this morning to dictate some of my ideas into Google Keep, which is an excellent dictation app if you are on Android. I don't know if you can get it on Apple. Actually, I think you can, because I've managed to get it on my mum's phone. You can get it on Apple as well. And I didn't realise until this morning that you could actually dictate into it, and it's like a voice-to-text app as well as just a note-taking app, which is amazing. Although I will say that it's not the best at recognising the words that I'm saying. But the advantage is that even though it churns out a load of some gobbledygook, it also keeps the original voice note that you created. So even if you can't make sense of the text, you can re-listen to what you said and it will make perfect sense. So I would recommend, if you're looking to find ways to increase your productivity through writing, that Google Keep might be something that you might look into. I'm sure there's other voice-to-text apps out there, but I don't know of any, so I can only recommend what I've used. So Google Keep for me. This morning spent some time creating some character bios for the 3 main characters that we will follow in, well, it'll be 2 main characters, and there'll be Jackie's best friend Sandy, who is Jess's mum in Romance in the Lake series. So we will follow those 3. I will make a bio for all of them, and then I'm going to plan on doing some research, because I need to figure out when this story is going to be set, because obviously it's going to be set way before Romance in the Lake, say about 30 years, I think. Well, over 30 years actually, so it would be set around about the 70s. And obviously I didn't live through the 70s, so it may look like I lived through the 70s, but I did not. So I need to figure out what the fashion was and things like that, what Italy might have been like in the 70s and things like that. So that's the sort of thing I'm going to be looking at today, creating those character bios, and then maybe planning the first couple of chapters, because I've had some pretty strong ideas for the first couple of chapters that I want to try and get down somewhere in Notion, so that those ideas are down on paper and I don't need to think about them again, and then I can revisit the plan and come up with my chapter outline later. But those first couple of chapters are sorted then. So yeah, that's the plan for today. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not one for fashion ever. You can probably tell from the clothes I wear. So trying to write a book set in the 70s, which was a highly stylized, highly fashionable era, not so great for me. It's not my comfort zone. Still, you never know, I might learn something. That's what this is all about after all. So yeah, we're just gonna have to deep dive into the world of fashion in the 70s, aren't we, really? It's a little bit scary actually, but this is what this is all about, isn't it? So wish me luck. So I've finished my first sort of session, planning session for Bella Notte. I've kind of got myself a little research to-do list, a page for research, a page for like a chapter overview, which I've started filling out. I've filled out the first 2 chapters. I've got a character profile section where I've got pictures for Jackie, Vinny and Sandy. I might show you that later in the video, we'll see. So yeah, I'm all set. I've found a couple of really interesting websites actually for 70s clothing for women, so I'm hoping to go through those at some point and do a little bit of research on those and improve my knowledge on the fashion of the time, because obviously I don't know anything, like I said earlier. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that, learning a little bit of fashion. Doesn't happen very often, let me tell you. But yeah, so I'm quite pleased with what I've managed to do so far. I feel like I've set up my Notion pages quite well. I feel like I'm ready to go with those and add to them as I keep going, places to make notes, things like that. So yeah, all in all, a pretty good day so far. I'm not going to do any work this afternoon. The rest of this week will be about my author business in general, so it'll be stuff like Patreon stuff and all that kind of stuff. So I'll probably get back to planning and stuff for the weekend, and then I'll do a little bit more of the vlog, and then we'll see how that goes. And I'll get this video out by next week, hopefully. So, alright, so I will see you in a little while. Hiya, today is the 2nd of September, Monday the 2nd of September, so I'm starting a fresh week for my vlogging. I'm going to be honest, I haven't done too much with regards to planning and getting stuff down for Bella Notte or the third Viking Saga book. But that's because over the weekend I was doing other bits. When you're running your own author business, it's kind of like you have to do everything yourself. So like I was doing social media stuff and things like that over the weekend. I was still reading The Rising Storm, so I was still making progress in that respect, but I didn't make as much progress as I would have liked to, unfortunately. But today is a new week. I didn't do much this morning because I was trying to sort out my newsletter sequence. Basically what I'm doing is I'm sort of updating the whole newsletter sequence to match the fact that I've got more books now and things like that. So I'm also changing email providers, so that has caused more problems than I anticipated. Trying to get the email sequence up and running is also causing a few more problems than I would have liked. But I think I have managed to sort some things out that was bugging me this morning. So I'm hoping that when I do sit down later this week to kind of get that going and get that in place, it won't be as hard as it was proven this morning. So wish me luck on that one. Which altogether, long story short, that basically means I needed a few hours out of the house. So I've come to this sort of cafe in a park. I've brought my Kindle with me. So I am reading The Rising Storm as well. It's kind of like a working break in the nice countryside while we've still got a few days of summer left. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing this morning. This afternoon. Tonight I will be watching a film called Three Coins in a Fountain, which is, I'm calling it research, but it just gives me an idea of what Rome was looking like, kind of what people were getting up to at that time and things like that. And it promises to be a fun, light-hearted, romantic comedy, which is what I'm hoping for. I watched Roman Holiday the other day, and that wasn't as light-hearted as I was hoping it would be. And unfortunately, I did end up falling asleep in it. So ringing endorsement there from me, I suppose. I do want to give it another go because I don't think that I was probably in the right mindset. I was very tired Saturday night, so I will give that another go later. But yeah, that is my plan today. So I'm going to be reading The Rising Storm, getting that done. I've got some ideas for that percolating in the back of my mind, which is quite nice because for a few weeks now I've kind of felt a bit stagnant where that story is concerned. But hopefully I might be breaking through that wall now that I'm sort of reading and I'm getting more into the thick of things with The Rising Storm. I'm at about 50% of the way through now, so things are heating up. So yeah, I'm hoping to use that momentum to push me forward now. I'm back at work Thursday, which is the 5th of September. So I'm hoping that I can get I've got a few more days to do some work that I'm hoping to take advantage of. So I do hope to update later in this week. So until next time, I'll see you then. So that's it for this vlog. I just want to say I've made a lot of progress. I'm quite happy with the progress that I've made. Really excited about the stories that I'm writing. Bella Notte now has a fleshed out backstory. I was able to do some work on that this week. I think it was Wednesday, the day before I went to school. So yeah, I am very happy with the progress that I've made. I will talk more about it, but obviously I won't give spoilers away. What I did want to say, I think I mentioned earlier in the video that I was going to show you the character bios that I've created. Well, I haven't made any progress on the character bios. I've got information in my head and in notebooks and things like that, but it's getting it into my Notion. I was wondering if you would like to see me do that, so I would record the process of me actually filling out one of the characters' bios. I won't do all of them, and I won't give away any spoilers because that's something I don't believe in doing, but I will do the basics, and then anything that I need to add that might be spoilery, I can add on at a later date, privately, behind the scenes kind of thing. But if you would like to see me actually filling out my character sheets and talking about the process, then let me know in the comments below. I will be more than happy to do that and share the process with you. Just a quick note before I sign off about Nano. I know there's a lot of discussion in the writing community at the moment about NaNoWriMo. Suffice to say, I'm not going to get into the drama of it all, but I think I am moving away from Nano this year and for the future. Their comments about AI and the scandals about young adults and things like that last year, I don't want to be associated with an organisation like that. So from now on, I will not be doing Nano. I will kind of try and figure out I've got a couple of months, so there's some time, but I'm going to try and figure out an alternative version, my own version, that I might do here on YouTube, where we can maybe talk or share, or I could vlog the experience. Obviously, I do intend to be writing at least one project by November. I'm hoping 2 projects will be ready to go by November, but I can't promise that, but definitely one. But I will be doing something alternative to Nano. So let me know if you're interested in that as well. But yeah, that's it for this week. I will see you next time. I think I've got my next video is all about research trips, so that'll be a good one. I'm kind of looking forward to that one. I do like a good research trip. Let me know if you do too in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time with a brand new video. Bye.